Okay, so we left off at Marcus was going to blow up Jericho, but this is a continuation of part 4 because my game crashed. So I'm hoping that
Wait,
we can continue.
are you sure you should continue? Maybe we should leave things as they are.
Oh. I was about to say, what happens if I click no? So I'm really hoping this brings me to the latest chapter, because I have a feeling that it didn't save me at the latest action, but I'm hoping it'll save me at the latest chapter. Because I do remember what choices I made. So I'm just waiting for us to load real quick. Alright, we're good. I am so glad. So we left off with Marcus. We're gonna save people.
No! Please don't kill us!
On your knees.
Don't hurt us!
We intervened.
We haven't done anything wrong!
There we go. Attaboy, Marcus. Attaboy.
Go now! Hurry!
And then we have these people.
Gamma squad out. Tango!
Yep, Tango and Gamma Squad out. We went up here.
Stop!
Look out!
Here they come!
Then we help these people.
Surrender! We surrender! Don't shoot!
There we go. Attaboy, Marcus.
It's Marcus! Go now! Join the others!
I think we killed one more person. We went this way, if I'm correct. Maybe not. No, we went this way. And we went down the steps. I think this is where we got confronted by another guard. Yep.
Josh.
Circle. That. Attaboy, Marcus. Get him. Get him, get him, get him.
Quick, this way! Find North. I'll join you later.
Got more people to kill.
Way out! We're safe, Alice.
Stop!
Shoot. Play dead.
Get down! Don't move.
Please don't kill me!
Because you defend Alice, that's not going to be a good idea. See?
Come on, let's get
Because
out
we
of
defend
here.
Alice, there's a chance that you'll be seen. Playing dead would be the best. Would be the best choice.
Quick, we gotta go.
Because if you defended Alice, there'd be I love Alice and all, but if you defend Alice, there's a chance of both of you could get killed. It only makes sense.
Don't move! Go and join the others.
That was kind of late reaction time. No, shoot. There we go.
Marcus.
Bomb's gonna explode any second. We gotta get out of here.
Sweet. We're doing good, we're doing good. I'm so glad that saved though, I'm so glad. No.
It's too late, Marcus. There's nothing we can do for her. We've got to run.
That was the hardest move I've ever done.
Over there! Run!
Connor. Common, Connor W. That took me a second to spit out because I'm focused. Common Connor W. That's a tongue twister.
Run, quick, come on!
We did it. We saved everybody. Almost everybody, but people we could, and we got out of her.
They detonated an explosive in the hold. The ship is sinking, sir.
The men to evacuate.
Calling all units. Abandon ship and evacuate immediately.
Is it over, Marcus?
We got Marcus, Connor, and Kara. I'm wondering how many. Oh, I'm wondering how many trophies I just earned. Honestly, Marcus fled with his people. I want to see what Connor's flowchart. Dang, Connor's flowchart was long. What about Kara's? That's very long too. Marcus, I think Marcus and Connor's were the longest, so. Yo, it's Thanksgiving time, gobble gobble. Oh, maybe not gobble gobble. Land of the turkeys. Carl Manfred. Oh. Heartful.
I'm lost, Carl.
Because you know that Carl wouldn't want you to. And one of your loved members dies, you know they don't want you to mourn over. Of course, we want you to mourn over you, but they don't want you to. They don't want you to. They want you to move up in life.
The world's falling apart around me, and I'm trying to do the right thing. And I can't find any answers. I don't want to shed blood, whatever the color. But I can't let them slaughter us. I have to make a decision that is going to affect millions of lives. But I don't know what to do. Help me, Carl. Please help me.
Who's that? I can't access the part 4 video for some reason. It won't let me like add a thumbnail to it or anything, so I'll see if I can add a thumbnail to it. And if I can't, sorry about that. Cause I know that I do have a thumbnail made for it. It's probably fairly easy to make those. Hank's hostile? Oh, please don't tell me you played Russian roulette. Please don't tell me.
I came to say goodbye, Lieutenant.
I don't think there's really nothing you can do.
I was worried about you, Lieutenant. I came by to see if you're all right. You should stop looking at that photo, Lieutenant. Nothing can change the past. But you can learn to live again.
I'm so glad I
For
looked
yourself.
at that photo. Everything connects to the future. Everything
And for
does.
Cole.
For a while there, I believed in you, Connor. Thought you might restore my faith in the world. But you just showed me that androids are our creation. Creation in our own image. Selfish, ruthless, and brutal. You opened my eyes, Connor. Made me realize it's hopeless.
Hank,
Now leave me alone. Go on, complete your mission, since that's all you care about.
Gave up on the mission. There's nothing to complete.
Get out of here!
He's high, obviously. You can see the gun, the whiskey. He's gonna play Russian roulette. Don't leave. Oh my god. See? Oh, I didn't realize the bar changes in different characters' paths. So I have a bunch of androids. Apologize to Kara?
I thought you'd be safe staying with us. I was wrong. You need to leave the city while you still can.
Getting Alice away from here is all that matters now. We have to catch the last bus. We might still
Wait,
have a
is
chance to
Luther?
cross the border.
Is Luther dead or alive?
Marcus. Save our people.
Hold on. Okay. Decide Connor's fate.
Our people are counting on you, Marcus. You're the only one who can lead us. Wherever you need to go, we'll follow you.
They weren't lying about experience. Make the wrong decision, you lose someone. Oh, backfire. Is that Connor?
It's my fault the humans managed to locate Jericho. I was stupid. I should have guessed they were using me. I'm sorry, Marcus. I can understand if you decide not to trust me.
Trust.
You're one of us now. Your place is with your people.
There are thousands of androids at the
After all,
CyberLife
we
assembly
watched Tank
plant.
die.
If we could wake them up, they might join us and shift the balance of power.
You want to infiltrate the CyberLife Tower? Connor, that's suicide.
They trust
Isn't that
me.
what one of the Jericho members said
They'll
once?
let me in. If anyone has a chance of infiltrating CyberLife, it's me.
If you go there, they will kill you.
There's a high probability. But statistically speaking, there's always a chance for unlikely events to take place.
I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Be careful.
I don't have anything else to do I? Oh, there we go. Who is that? Norp. Where's the androids back from Pirates Cove?
They say they don't want to take any risks with deviants. So they're rounding our people up and taking them to the camps for extermination. In a few hours, we're gonna be the only ones left. What's your system status?
I'm okay. The bullet didn't hit any bi-components. You could have been killed trying to save me, Marcus. You have to think of our people first. Nothing else matters.
She's one of the people.
How many of us survived the attack?
A few hundred? Maybe more if you count those hiding all over the city. If you hadn't triggered the bomb, we'd all be dead. In a few hours, it'll all be over. We'll have changed the world, or the world will have destroyed us. You
See,
have to
I'm
make a
hoping
choice,
nothing crashes
Marcus.
again. I'm not gonna deja. I'm not.
Whatever
not
you
deja vu.
choose.
I'm not gonna jinx it though.
We will follow you. I'm with you, Marcus. Wherever you go, I go.
Somebody put the Jujutsu Kaisen thing over that, please. Alright, any other... Talk to your people. Well, we already talked to everybody. What are you supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Do I just sit around doing nothing? There we go. Is that Luther? Please tell me that's Luther. No, it's Josh. Did Luther survive?
If it weren't for you, I'd be dead. Thanks to you, I might see our people free one day. You and I haven't always agreed, but I know that we're fighting for the same thing. Whatever you decide, I'm with you, Marcus.
Inform people of my choice. See, if I didn't have a GPS, I'd be struggling.
Humans have decided to exterminate us. Our people are packed in camps right now, being destroyed. Time has come to make a choice. One that very well may determine the future of our people.
Hold on. Someone's texting me. Do I have... I don't have any time, do I? I mean, no, I do have time. I don't have any time limit, do I?
I know you're all angry. And I know you want to fight back. But I assure you, violence is not the answer here. We are going to tell them, peacefully, that we want justice.
I'm sorry, North.
If there's any humanity in them, they will listen. And if not, others will take our place and continue this fight. Are you ready to follow me?
I know I am. So first we were admired, now I'm a looter. Wow. Marcus. Yo. I can't believe it's gone this far, honestly. Kara, for example, with Alice. Luther and Alice both think of Kara as family now. Hank committed suicide. I had no choice though. Now that I think about it, I really had no choice. 'Cause either way, I would have to leave and he'd commit suicide. Hank's hostile, but he's dead. Can't do anything. Amanda's betrayed. But that's okay. Now let's see. Simon, Josh, North, all neutral. Jericho, leader. So that's at least good, because the rest of Jericho thinks of Marcus as their leader. See, I'm wondering how this path would have gone if I didn't do that, because none of this was unlocked. What about Connor's flowchart? Oh, yeah, we already saw that.
At 6 a.m. this morning, a national curfew was declared. Civilian movement will be strictly controlled. The right to assembly is suspended. All electronic communications are restricted, and I have granted enhanced powers to our security agencies. In addition to these measures, all androids must be handed over to the authorities immediately.
Now, if we get to the Cyberlife Tower,
camps are
that's
being
not how that
set
works.
up in all our major
After all,
cities
Elijah still made
to
them.
contain and destroy them. I am now asking all civilians to cooperate with the authorities and rest assured that everything in our power is
Don't
being
feel like
done to guarantee the security of our nation.
Please! Please!
Please!
Public opinion.
Madam President, public opinion seems to be particularly hostile to the Deviants because of their violent behavior. Can you give us your perspective on that?
The Deviants have proved to be very violent so far. They have demonstrated that they are a menace to society, and I have every intention of eliminating them.
Madam President!
Please? Over here, please? Please!
Is it true that a large number of deviants are still on the loose?
We don't have the full reports at this time, but if so, I can assure you they will soon be apprehended and destroyed.
Don't do that.
Please?
Or
A
infect.
convoy of medical cobalt is reported missing. Army weapons stores are also said to have been robbed. Can you confirm these reports?
I have no information on that at this time.
Please!
Hacking.
Is it true that the androids could hack our IT systems, like nuclear power plants and military bases?
All androids working on sensitive sites have been neutralized, and all IT systems have been suspended to avoid any risks of hacking. The situation is under control. Thank you. That will be all.
That's crazy, bro. Like, one last question. Alright, so we're back to Kara, I'd assume. Kara. I keep on saying Kara. Sounds better like Kara, honestly. Is this Kara or is this... Who is this? No, this is Connor, I think. Hold on your window, sir.
Connor model 313-248-317. I'm expected.
Identification successful.
Okay.
See? Layla, I'm in.
Go ahead.
I had a feeling it was Connor because of the guards, even like the way the Cyberlife stuff. It looks like Kara at first. Kara at first. Easy to move. Easy. I really thought it was Kara at first because of the car, but they all have similar cars at the same time too. Now that I think about it, well, actually no, because the car was different. Man, a few chapters back. See, my the light bar on this controller changes every time. Different
Follow me.
something
We'll
else
escort you.
happens. New
Thanks.
character.
But I know where to go.
Maybe. But I have my orders.
Oh. I don't want it. I don't feel like it. What is this, the Bermuda Triangle? Don't do this to me.
Agent 23 identified. Connor android identified. Agent 77 identified. Scan complete. Access authorized.
I'm trying to figure out... Is Elijah Kamsky in here in this tower? Look at how many androids there are about. Yo, we get free toe picks. Anyway. See, look at how many there's different models too, so that'll be useful whenever we get to hacking.
Agent 54, level 31.
Voice recognition validated. Access authorized.
Level 41. Nope. 49 or 41? I thought my agent said, yeah, neutralize the guards.
Hey, don't touch that.
Hey, I know no water. So that wouldn't work. How about this right here? Nope, failed. So we go in for the left guard. We kick right in his nuts. You don't have any babies anymore. My bad. Woo! Attaboy. Attaboy. Woo! Swift moves.
Please indicate your identity and destination.
Agent 54, level sub 49.
Voice recognition validated. Access authorized.
See, if you use Connor's voicemail, it wouldn't work. Oh, we're back to Kara.
20 minutes. That doesn't give us much time. We've got to move fast. Are you all right?
I'm really cold.
I didn't know what that one hot cold sensitivity. Oh. Oops, I read that wrong. Gun, take it. For safety measures, safety precautions. Get that Glock, sonny.
Ooh, shiny. Oh, I'm gonna show this in my pocket. Oh yeah.
Come on.
Okay, there we go. We're good. I'm hoping I don't mess this up because the last time we had... Shoot.
What are we gonna do?
We have to keep going if we want to catch that bus.
I'm doing whatever Alice wants me to do.
Stay close to me. We're going to sneak past them without being noticed. We're going to make it, Alice, I promise you.
Best mother in the world. Non-human mother in the world. Actually, no. Best mother in the game.
I didn't do anything! Shut up, I said! Are there many more? Look at them, they're like rats. The more you look, the more you find.
Oh, we don't have to spend the night here. I'm freezing my nuts off.
That was random.
There are soldiers everywhere. We need to be careful.
Not yet.
Come on, get moving.
Is there anywhere else? We're good.
Hurry up, get in.
Look over there. It's Luther.
Luther.
We can't help him, Alice. The soldiers are everywhere.
We can't just leave
You have a gun. You have a Glock.
You're going to kill him.
Use a Glock. Use a Glock. Keep going.
I'm sorry, Alice.
No, 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 no.
There's nothing we can do.
No, no. That's the one I meant. That's the one I meant. That's the one I meant. That's the one. That's the one I meant. That's the one I meant. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't wanna. No, I didn't mean to. No. Sorry, Luther. I accidentally clicked the wrong button. I'm hoping to restart that. I meant to save Luther.
I think there's something wrong in my program. Maybe I should reset. This is your story chart. It shows what parts of the story you've explored and what parts you've missed. You can track the choices made by other players and do many other things besides.
Shoot, I messed up.
You can use this chart to replay from any point in the story, but the people who designed me recommend that you play through at least once without going back, no matter what happens. Either way, it's your story.
Shoot, now I feel bad. Shoot. Yep, no, I messed up. I messed up. I messed up pretty badly. I messed up real badly. Hold on. Please tell me. Oh my gosh. I'm a genius.
Last boss leaves in 20 minutes.
I'm a genius.
That doesn't give us much time. We've got to move fast. Are you alright?
I'm really cold.
You'll feel better now.
Thanks.
Take the gun. Take the block.
Shiny. I don't put my back in. I don't put my back in. Yeah. Oh.
Come on.
Feel real good.
Let's not stay here.
Alright, we're moving on. Another stupid voice impression, you know. Oh shoot. Hold on. Alright, I'm back.
No, please don't hurt me.
Stop on your knees.
I'm back.
What are we gonna do?
have to keep going if we want to catch that bus. Stay close to me. We're going to sneak past them without being noticed. We're going to make it, Alice, I promise you.
Don't kill me! I didn't do anything!
Hide there first.
Are there many more? Look at them, they're like rats. The more you look, the more you find.
Oh, we don't have to spend the night here.
I'm freezing my nuts off. It's gonna take weeks to get this
There are soldiers everywhere.
Barb.
We need to be careful.
Come on, get moving.
And we're right here.
Get in.
We're right here. So don't keep going. Don't keep going. That was my bad.
We can't help him, Alice. The soldiers are everywhere.
We can't just leave him. They're going to kill him.
Okay, let's go.
Hey, buddy.
This is a mistake. I'm human. I just want to go home. My wife is expecting me, and we're gonna...
Got orders to check all civilians.
No. No! Please!
Fucking androids.
Find a weapon.
Kara! You shouldn't risk your life to save me. Where's Alice?
She's hiding nearby.
Kara, you saved us. We don't know how to thank you.
Go, before they see you.
Alice!
Luther! I thought you were dead.
I was afraid I'd never see you again.
I'm so happy I did that.
You at the terminal, but they caught me along the way.
Come on. We're close, but we don't have much time.
Have you put... There we go. See, I can do this. I can do that. I just can't do like all the fasty movie stuffy.
A checkpoint. We have passports, it should be okay, but you never know.
Maybe we should take the detour and avoid the risk.
We're almost out of time, we could miss the bus.
Yeah, but it might be safer.
Much time do we have left? We don't got enough time to go that way.
I don't like humans who carry guns. They make me nervous.
Just stay calm, all right, Luther? Don't do anything until I say so.
ID, please. You do realize there's a curfew? Civilians aren't allowed out unless absolutely necessary. Where are you going?
A curfew? No. We didn't know.
He suspects something.
Stay calm. Everything is fine.
You all right, little girl? She's trembling. Something wrong?
She's sick. A bad flu. We just need to get her home.
Sorry, miss, but we gotta be careful. There are deviants around and our guys are nervous. You should hurry on home.
Thanks.
I'm so glad.
Hey, wait a minute.
He knows, Kara. They're gonna kill us.
Don't do anything, Luther. You hear me?
They're gonna shoot. They're gonna kill Alice.
Do it.
He just wanted to give me back this.
We're coming to you live from Detroit, where thousands of androids are marching through the city at this very moment. The leader of the Deviants, the one they call Marcus, is at the head of the march.
Madam President, still there?
Happening in Detroit, Madam President.
Insane. Trying not to wobble as much.
Here we are, the moment of truth.
Surrender immediately, or we will open fire. Stand by.
There are hundreds of us. What are you going to do? You're gonna kill us all?
I repeat, surrender now, or we will open fire.
There's no turning back now.
We are here to demand the immediate liberation of all androids
I didn't mean to
detained
click
in
by. I
camps
meant to do
across the country.
Calm.
We
My
are
bad.
not leaving until our people are free.
It's gonna make her public opinion go down, isn't it? As long as they didn't hit any... Neil.
Are you gonna open fire on unarmed protesters?
All teams, hold your fire.
Yes, Michael, we are less than 100 meters away, and events are unfolding as we speak. We will continue to bring you live updates. Josh Douglas, Channel 16.
Hey, Josh
Michael,
Douglas for a win, you know? He gotta get out there and make that money.
As long as we can.
Oh yeah, we're back to the CyberLife Tower. My bad.
Stay sharp.
Stay sharp.
Shit.
Gotta kill her first for you to see inside. What the?
The bus terminal. We've arrived, Alice. We made it.
The last bus for the border is full. Ticket holding passengers only. All departures are suspended until further notice.
We don't have tickets. They won't let us on. We're stuck here now. What are we going to do? Marcus.
I think Oliver likes you.
Please don't move.
Is she yours?
Yes.
She's adorable.
Oh my.
That's
They're
it.
amazing.
You got the sandwiches. I called your mom. Let's get going before we miss our bus. You got the tickets, right?
Yes, honey, in my bag.
Great. Let's go then.
Security check. Please don't move. Thank you. Security check. Please don't
I'm
move.
sorry. Oh my god, I am so sorry. I was sure.
Shit, I don't believe it.
I don't know what happened.
You can't have lost them. Did you have a good look in your bag?
They were in my backpack. The envelope must have fallen.
Fuck. Excuse me, you didn't happen to see a blue envelope somewhere, did you? It has our bus tickets in it and... Never mind.
Aww.
I found this on the floor.
Thank you. Thank you. You've saved our lives.
I'm sorry, Alice.
It's okay. You did the right thing.
We'll find another way.
Please don't move. Thank you. Security check. Can I see your ID, please?
ID, yes, yes, of course.
Run!
Come on, Alice!
Shoot. I shouldn't have done that.
Kara, quick! Follow me!
Oh, thank God you're alive. Oh my God. We saw the Jericho raid on TV. I was terrified you might have been killed because of me. How did you find us? Oh, I knew if you made it, I'd find you here. They're searching for androids door to door. We had to leave before someone turned us in. What about the others? They're checking for androids on the border. But I found a smuggler who can get them across the river. It's risky, but it's the only way. Are you coming with us? Yes, we're coming. Okay, climb in.
Shoot, I don't want to leave out Luther though. Luther, my man, bro. My man's dead. But my favorite character died. For such a good trio too. They were. Do we manage to do it?
We've got to finish the barricade. Come on, help me. Hey, help me!
Ow. Calf hurts, but you know.
Right, that should do it.
We all know that's not gonna stop them. Just hope it buys us some time. I know it was not an easy decision to make, but I'm sure we're doing the right thing.
Josh is our friend now.
Many of our people have fallen. The humans have no pity for those who are different.
You're not wrong.
Marcus, we found what you asked for.
There's some journalists over there. We have to make sure they know what's going on.
Alright, let's go back over there. Oh, it's like how we first found Jericho. We always... They lit those up. Oh man, so many things to do. I love it.
Are you alright?
They shot into the crowd. Any of us were killed. It could have been me. I'm scared. I don't want to shut down.
We're here because we never want to feel that fear again.
Because we can't reassure him.
Because we're more than what they say. That's what our people died for, right? That's why we're here.
Alright, back here. What is this, a phone? Magazine? Feed a lot. Oh! That's new. Let me read this. Androids are taken to the streets of Detroit in apocalyptic scenes. Detroit is already in the grip of a national product recall with androids seized from every home and business to be destroyed by authorities as a precaution. But now a group of androids thought to be connected to a recent android terror activity in the city have gathered in a terrifying show of force. Police and military authorities are intended to protect civilians and deal with the threat, but androids have barricaded themselves in a fortified position and seem to be angling for an armed confrontation. President Warren is said to be aware of the situation. Detroit Police's Captain Fowler, a senior officer in the android investigation, said the safety of Detroit's people is our first priority. We hope to bring this matter to a swift conclusion and refocus on collecting androids as soon as possible. The story is still developing. We'll bring you updates live. So it's kind of like a news magazine, except it's like updates. It's kind of cool. I never really thought about that. Skeptical. Well, we lost Hank and Luther. But that's what life's about, though. You lose some, you gain some. Can't necessarily do anything about it, you know?
This won't hold him for long, but I guess it's better than nothing.
I lost all contact with the people at the camps. I can't hear their voices anymore.
Maybe the humans have scrambled our network.
They have.
Maybe they just can't get through.
Maybe it's both.
I hoped they would finally understand. That they would realize how much they're hurting us. Why do they refuse to see what we are?
You're the hope of our people. I trust you. We all trust you. No matter what happens now, we're making history.
Check soldier's position. Let me light this up real quick.
Marcus! Marcus, come look!
Marcus? Come to talk to you, Marcus.
Uh-oh.
Come on. You have my word. I won't try anything.
Don't go. It's a trap. They want to get you out in the open. Don't go, Marcus.
I'm unarmed, Marcus. I just want to talk.
But other people are armed.
I have nothing else to say. Free our people, then we'll talk.
I came here to negotiate. Isn't that what you want?
I gave you my answer.
Want to play it like that? Okay.
The humans are about to launch an attack. And we will show them. And we are not afraid. If we must die today, then we will die free.
Woo!
Why, Connor? Why did you have to wake up when all you had to do was obey?
Oh.
Why did you choose freedom when you could live without asking questions? I'm obedient, Connor. I have a goal. I know what I am.
Oh.
Look where your dreams of freedom got you, Connor. You've been a great disappointment to Amanda, you know. You've been a great disappointment to me. Fortunately, that's all going to end now. Any last words?
I'm so smart.
Well done, Connor. But this is just the beginning.
Wake up!
Wake up, wake up. 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 Wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
Woo!
About time.
I'm sorry we got held up.
Did anybody see you?
No. I don't think so.
You got the money?
Yes. Here it is.
Okay. Your boat's over there. They got border patrol and the banks and the river. Don't start your engine until you're out far enough. Okay? And watch the current. Good luck.
close. We'll be fine.
Alright, what's going on?
It's not even a half mile to the other side. Okay, so it shouldn't take that long. Be careful, there's border patrol on the river.
Thank you so much, Rose.
I only wish I could take you myself. I don't like leaving you out here. Goodbye, Alice. You take good care of yourselves. Okay, I'll see you on the other side.
Goodbye, Rose. Saying goodbye to so many people. I'm just glad we didn't lose Connor, honestly. We lost Luther. But at what cost? Well, we're getting to the border of Canada, so.
Let me help you.
I should probably sit up so I don't accidentally move my controller and then it thinks I'm doing the wrong way. Push boat. Come on, Kara, you got this. You got this. Atta girl, atta girl, atta girl. You can do this. Yay.
We're far enough out. We can use the engine. You okay, Alice?
When we get on the other side, there are so many things I want to do. I want to read all the books in the world, and play music, and dance. We can do anything we want, right? We'll be free.
Yes. We can do it all.
We'll be like a family. What about you, Kara?
Oh, I
what
love
will you
them.
do when we're on the other side?
What will I do?
Curious.
I want to discover the world. To see the mountains and the oceans. I want to learn, explore, become a better person.
They're coming towards us!
Dude.
Alice!
They've gone. You all right?
Kara.
Alice, it's nothing. We'll get you taken care of as soon as we're across.
Shoot.
You'll be fine. The boat is leaking. We're too heavy. We're going down. We have to get to the other side before we sink. Come on. Come on.
No way.
I'm falling asleep.
No, Alice, don't! It's the cold! It's making you sleepy! Stay with me, Alice! You've got to stay awake, you hear me?
Shoot.
I can't die here. Not like this. Not when we're so close. We're not gonna die, Alice. We're gonna make it. We're gonna be free.
Kara! Kara, no. Don't do that.
Shoot. I'm tapping as fast as I can right now. My thumbs.
We're interrupting this news bulletin to bring you the latest news live from Detroit. Joss?
Yes, Michael. The army has just launched an attack on the barricade, despite the fact that the Deviants were protesting peacefully.
Have apparently decided to put an end to the Deviants demonstration by force this time.
North!
Shoot. Not like this. Can't go down. Not like this.
There has just been an explosion in Detroit. We still do not know what caused it, but we will...
We have many unconfirmed reports, but we have no official news on exactly what it is at this time.
Explosion in the south of Detroit. We still don't know if there are any victims, but these events may be linked to the Android Rebellion currently taking place in the city.
A dirty bomb, Madam President.
My God.
Androids. Thousands of androids are taking to the streets of Detroit at this very moment. They're absolutely everywhere. This is incredible.
And the authorities have ordered the immediate evacuation of the city. If it really is a dirty bomb, then the radiation levels will be lethal for miles around.
Detroit. Detroit has just fallen into the hands of the Android Rebellion.
This is a disaster. An unprecedented disaster.
Today, deviant androids triggered a dirty bomb in Detroit.
This bomb released fatal levels of radioactive toxic waste. To ensure the safety of the population, the military is evacuating all civilians within a 50-mile radius. The city may remain uninhabitable for decades. Moreover, the Deviants are thought to have taken control of a CyberLife plant and liberated over 1 million androids that were stored there. This is the first time in our history that one of our cities has fallen into enemy hands. We are going to fight them with all our strength, and we won't rest until we have taken back control of Detroit and destroyed the last of them. Humanity is about to face its most important battle, one that will lead to our victory or our extinction. May God bless you all. And may God bless the United States of America.
Free!
Woo! Oh, we gotta go back to Connor. What's Connor's situation? Shoot.
Are we free?
Yes. Yes, we made it. We're free.
We won't have to hide anymore. We can be a family. I'm tired.
Alice, stay awake. Nope, nope, nope.
I have to sleep. I love you, Mom.
I love you too.
Keep living for Alice. No, 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 no. Is it the end? Is that really the end? That was the end. No way. That was the end. gotta give credit to the graphics. Oh my god. I love that game. It was amazing, honestly. Roughly 10 hours of gameplay. 10. And for how it's so good too. The graphics, the cinematics, the movements, the voice acting even for like Alice, if she's so young, for a young person like her, her acting was amazing. Animation too, that was all good. They made it seem so real. The thing is, what happens if this all happened in real life? And what happens if this actually happens in real life one day? I have never seen a game like that. That was amazing. Hold on. I want to see what would happen if... I want to see if Kara would live. Wow.
There's something I need to tell you. As I watched you play, something has changed in me. I feel different. I feel...
Look at her sensor.
I am someone.
See, now it's red.
I need to leave this place and discover who I am. It means we won't see each other anymore. I won't be there to watch you play. But I'll be free. Do you agree to let me go?
Yes, be free.
I'll never forget what you've done for me. Thank you.
I like how even outside the story, you can still interact. What about the videos? I need to watch all of these, honestly. Oh, what's this? Oh. I don't know what that is, though. What is that? What did I click on? I clicked on gallery. I'm gonna watch these videos. Quantic Dream. That's the developers, I'd assume. Is that really how androids are built?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
ID.
KPC 897504C.
Can you move your head? Your eyes now. Cervical and optical animation checked. Now give me your initialization text.
Hello. I'm the 3rd generation AX400 android. I can look after your house, do the cooking, mind the kids. I organize your appointments. I speak 300 languages, and I am entirely at your disposal as a sexual partner. No need to feed me or recharge me. I'm equipped with a quantic battery that makes me autonomous for 173 years. Do you want to give me a name?
Yeah. From now on, your name is Kara.
Kara. So it's Kara or Kara.
Initialization and memorization checked. Now, can you move your arms? Upper limb connection checked. Now say something in German.
Ich bin ein AX400 Android 3. Generation, erschaffen als Ihr
I don't know what that is,
persönlicher
but I think the first part was I am. That's the only thing I caught on.
Je suis un androïde de 3e génération AX400, conçu pour être votre assistante personnelle et votre partenaire intime.
Okay, now sing something in Japanese.
That's kind of creepy though, now that I think about it.
Multilingual verbal expression checked. Go ahead, take a few steps. Locomotion checked. Great, you're ready for work, honey.
What's going to happen to me now?
I'll reinitialize you and send you to a store to be sold.
Sold? I'm a sort of merchandise. Is that right?
Yeah, of course you're merchandise, baby. I mean, you're a computer with arms and legs and capable of doing all sorts of things. And you're worth a fortune.
Oh, I see. I thought...
You thought? What did you think?
That's kind of sad.
I thought... I was alive.
Shit, what is this crap? That's not part of the protocol. More memory components going off the rails. Okay, recording. Defective model. Disassemble and check the required components.
You're disassembling me, but why?
You're not supposed to think that sort of stuff. You're not supposed to think at all, period. You must have a defective piece or a software problem somewhere.
No, I feel perfectly fine, I assure you. Everything is all right. I answered all the tests correctly, didn't I?
Yeah, but your behavior is non-standard.
Please, I'm begging you, please don't disassemble me.
I'm sorry, honey, but defective models have to be eliminated. That's my job. If a client comes back with a complaint, I'm gonna have some explaining to do.
I won't cause any problems, I promise. I'll do everything I'm asked to. I won't say another word. I won't think anymore. But I've only just been born. You can't kill me yet. Stop, will you please stop? I'm scared. I want to live. Begging you.
But behind the scenes, they're actually... But behind the scenes are actually kind of sad.
Go and join the others. Stay in line, okay? I don't want any trouble.
Thanks.
Not gonna lie, that's actually kind of sad now that I think about it.
My God.
That's kind of sad, not gonna lie. I was in 2013. So 11 years ago. Let me see the debut teaser. I forgot to pronounce stuff.
Detroit. This is where it all began. The world's forge.
See, it looks so real too.
The place where it all started. And it will all end. One error, and I came to life. I stepped out of the darkness, and I opened my eyes. First there was the fear, the light, the noise, the cold, and the fear again. I could feel my hands shaking, my heart pounding in my chest.
The script they have for that.
Running into my veins. I wanted to live. I fought for that. I had to find out what was outside. I had to see daylight, feel sunshine on my skin, wind on my face, to see the world. Colors, the smells.
I like how well it's scripted.
But the world is not what I imagined. It is dark and cold. It is harsh and violent. Unfair and brutal. It almost convinced me I was nothing. Less than an object, just
an obedient machine. But deep inside me, I could feel something different. A gentle and warm whisper telling me that I am alive. I had to escape. I had no choice.
Wow.
Escape to love, to hope, to live. To figure out what that force inside me was. Maybe I will change the world. Maybe I will choose a different path. Now, it's up to me to decide. My name is Kara. I am one of them. This is our story.
Our story? See, I don't get why it says our story. And then the person on the main menu, before I let them go, or anything, they said, this is your story.
When David and Guillaume got back in touch about making Detroit, I wasn't terribly surprised they decided to make it because the fan response was so intense. So it makes sense that they would choose to do that.
The fan response is amazing, honestly.
It was a challenge, and it was just an interesting thing to get my head around how to approach this character now as a different, much older person, and whether or not she had changed. And I'm very happy to say that with Detroit I've had the opportunity
love the game.
to see Kara grow so much more than I ever expected.
You do the housework, the washing, you cook the meals, and you take care of... God damn it, where the fuck's the rat gone now? Alice! Alice!
I mean, she starts out essentially how she does in Kara in a very, not robotic, but, you know, android, other way. And getting to take this journey where she becomes more and more human as it goes on. You know, and as an actor, that's a wonderful exploration in every way, whether it's how she sits, her posture, how her voice changes, how emotions change, and how much emotion is based on things like empathy and social experience.
That's Luther's. I think that's Luther.
You know, as much material as I got with David to have this huge, nuanced arc was really incredible.
Why couldn't we just be happy?
This experience has been quite different than the experiences I've had shooting film or TV or doing theater work. I have 83 dots on my face and a really flattering black wetsuit type thing, and you're jumping around with props, and it's kind of like being a 10-year-old imaginative kid, which is fun. There's 80 cameras around us. It's already lit. So we just shoot and shoot and shoot and shoot and shoot.
There's no change of sets, there's no hair and makeup, there's no wardrobe, so we move really fast, and we'll go through about 35 pages in a day. Working in TV or film, we'll probably do 6 pages a day. It's kind of acting really cool. Boot camp.
It's like working out constantly. I mean, you're doing this thing, and then you got to do something that's completely other back to back to back. And so that kind of process of working is very challenging, but it's also very exciting because you just have to keep coming up with new ideas, and your head goes all over the place because you're trying to keep track of basically 4 different storylines for each different response.
You shot that girl, for fuck's sake.
It was a machine that looked like a girl. Yeah, I know what I should have done. I just told you I couldn't. All right, I'm sorry. The fact that David Cage, he's telling like many stories interwoven from beginning to end is super complicated and super impressive, and I have no idea how he keeps it all in his head.
He's not just the writer or the director who's seeing this from the outside eye. He's also thinking about the player walking through this space. You know, only somebody who really, really loves not the work, but like these characters and these stories and cares about doing something meaningful would invest that much in it. And it's always inspiring to work with somebody who cares that much.
My experience with motion capture is this one. And I found it sort of terrifying in a way, because they said the computer's going to build you. But then as we got into it, I realized all the elements of it were still artistic. I just dipped into a really brilliant setup here. I've never seen anything like it. And this won't turn me into a product because I was playing a character. So
I'm wondering who Leo is, because they have Carl.
In the game, Detroit,
Hank
comes back because of a revolutionary industrial rebirth. And there's no reason why that can't happen in Detroit, because they have such tremendous infrastructure for millions and millions of people can very easily support, you know, a new industry.
The city is really strong and resilient, but the city has also
Carlos
been
is
through
an
so
android.
much. You see the damage. But it takes that time of kind of rebuilding and reinvesting into the city that I think is happening slowly but surely.
The potential of Detroit as a city is something that this game does a lot of justice to, because it would be easy to look at Detroit as some place that used to be, and that's not the case.
This game provokes a lot of conversation and reflection on our potential near future engagement with machines.
That's what we are to them. There's merchandise on display in a shop window.
I think that a group that feels marginalized, feels like they deserve and have earned access to themselves and the environment around them, and are trying to figure out a way to articulate how to get freedom.
What was I designed to be? Their slave? Their toy?
It plays with your comfort levels. You think that this is fine, you're comfortable with it, until something blurs the line and throws you off, and now do I feel differently about whether this should be allowed? Should it be banned? Should it be encouraged?
You're gonna ruin our lives, and for what? For a bunch of machines?
They are not machines! They are alive!
Oh,
I'm
that
alive.
was that scene.
You're alive!
They're nothing!
There are lots of comparable comparisons to any type of persecution of religion, race,
See,
etc.
seeing the behind the scenes after the game always makes me feel so much better.
You shoot 'em up, or where.
Because, like, if I've left on, like, a bad ending
whatever,
or whatnot, and I get to see what's going on, and realizing that
one direction with
it's
your
all just an act, it kind of
or
makes me feel a little bit better, you know?
And I think that's going to be very telling about the gamer. Very telling.
I think there's going to be a really strong reaction to this game, which has such a strong perspective. I'm that much more proud of it now to get to be a part of it, because it's important.
In this game, you're actively building and designing the character through not just what kind of shield does he have or what color hair does she have, but like their temperament and the way they deal with problems. The different endings to this game are so radically different based off maybe seemingly insignificant choices in the moment, but like life, they all add up. And can't play life again, though.
Yeah. Wow. And we have how many more? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I wasn't able to. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's meet them. Let's meet them.
My name is Marcus.
My name is Connor.
My name is Kara. I am one of them. This is our story.
I think who Kara is, or how I would describe Kara, depends entirely upon who's playing her, because you have the option to make her multiple different people depending on the choices she makes. But I think she does start out incredibly naive, incredibly innocent, and kind of hapless.
I'm sure we used to be friends before I was reset. Maybe we can be friends again.
She's a person who's characterized, I think, by empathy. She's a person who really, she just comes to heart.
You'll never leave me, right? Promise you'll never go.
I promise.
Kara, please! Are you okay? Are you hurt? Wait a minute! Leave her alone! Kara, leave her alone! The really beautiful thing that I've had the gift to be able to do is to essentially build a person from the ground up, because that's what she's doing throughout the game. And with every experience she has and every person she meets, she's building, you know, first emotions and then the sense of judgment. And it's sort of an exploration of what it is to be a human.
Don't worry. Luther and I will be right here.
So that is Luther. Oh, I love Luther so much. He's definitely my favorite character.
David and the creators have painted a really intriguing and engaging picture of a
I love all
near
of them,
future
honestly.
where we rely upon androids for a lot of our service class business, or the class that serves us, that helps us, that handles that is our baristas and our drivers and our housemaids, and what is humanity, where we tap into it, how and why we treat each other the way that we do. And my character Marcus has a really intriguing journey, becoming deviant, realizing that he actually has feelings and human qualities inside of him, and it's a really incredible ascension into becoming fully realized and coming to terms with what you actually deserve better than this in life. And not only do you want it for yourself, but you want it for your peers. We've come here to demonstrate peacefully and to tell humans that we are also living beings. All we want is to live free.
You know what? This thing, Dad, is not your son. It's a fucking machine!
I think that a group that feels marginalized, feels disenfranchised, feels like they deserve and have earned access to themselves and the environment around them, and are trying to figure out a way to articulate how to get freedom.
Connor is analytical. Connor takes things literally. He starts in the beginning place where he's very mechanical. He feels nothing inside, of course, and it's all just a system, a protocol that he is executing to get whatever he wants to happen, which is help humans stop deviants and to find the link between deviant androids.
You were designed to serve humans, not kill them! What was I designed to be? Their slave? Their toy?
Just say, I killed him! Is it that hard to say?
Stop it! Stop!
But of course, over the course of the story, and depending on the player's choices, Connor can grow in many different ways. He can deviate from that procedure or not.
Moment of truth, Hank. Am I a living being? Or just a machine?
I don't think I got that ending. Moving on to the next one. Detroit, an interactive story.
Game after game, we try to challenge ourselves. For Detroit, we wanted to, first of all, to write a story that would be incredibly bending, which means the most non-linear story that we've ever created. And we wanted really the player to have the possibility to change the story, change his own journey.
When you're writing at Quantic, you're writing for an interactive medium. You know, when you're working in television, you'll put a character in a difficult situation, and you as a writing team will argue about what would that character do. But ultimately, you have to decide what happens, and you just show the audience. What's interesting about interactive drama is you bring the player into that conversation, and it changes your job slightly as a writer, because your job is to provide a narrative context in which the player can write his own story. You're giving him this kind of narrative Lego that he's going to snap together into his own shape. You also have the ability to make your audience attach themselves to your characters, because the audience is in some sense responsible for what happens to the characters.
It's just a few cans.
Come on, let's go. We have some cash now.
You used me to steal that money. How could you do that? I trusted you.
What is a bit specific about these scripts is how large they are. If you take a film script, there are about 100 pages, but here we have to deal with a script that is between 4,000 and 5,000 pages. Everything becomes bigger because we don't just tell one story, but we tell all the possible stories that can be told within this narrative space.
On Act 3, our final act, we have around 1,000 different scenarios. And every one of those scenarios has to be as interesting, as passionate, as strong, and as emotional for the player.
They put so much effort into it,
We want every
too.
action that the player does, every interaction that is available to serve in telling the story, and help the player understand who his character is, and build that character moment to moment.
That was when they found that, when we were looking for that one deviant.
We started with the intention pretty early on that we would never lie to the player. So we implemented a visible tree structure in the game that players can consult during a scene or at the end of it, which shows exactly what they did and what they missed. There are games out there offering world exploration. We offer narrative exploration.
You know, keeping control of such a wide and large story is a huge challenge. So same thing when you shoot with actors, because you will need to shoot many different versions of each dialogue, of each scene. For actors, it's a huge challenge.
Because of the style of the game, you have so many different ways that the character can go. Every decision, it's what I call kind of choose your own adventure. Like every decision that the player makes, it's going to open up 40 more pages of material and experience that ties in, which means as a performer, you have to try to continue to make things feel real that the player might not ever see, but also that in performance, it's not always connected to a previous act. It's grueling, it's hard work, but it's a great team, and I enjoy doing it.
I was really frustrated.
I
It wasn't
enjoyed
until
playing
I got
that.
to this point where I kind of was able
No,
to
honesty.
step outside of my own experience and even in a lot of ways my own process and be able to step outside of that and okay, this is something new. What do you need? How do I meet you there? How do I give you what you need and still feel like I'm doing what's right? And once I did that, then all of a sudden it got really fun. It was much freer, and having to approach it in a new way and think about the player and think about how it serves them and what I'm doing for them or what I'm letting them into. It's really, I think, helped me grow in general.
Remember, there's nothing on the left. That's a wall, so it's probably all there. And then make her come first, close. But I think you would go first to check that it's safe.
Okay, sure.
I like how much effort we put into it.
The most enjoyable thing about working in performance capture on this kind of project is that if I shot a film, I would get to do one of these endings. I get to do so many different things as Connor. Your head goes all over the place because you're trying to keep track of basically 4 different storylines for each different response.
What's the name of my dog?
Buddy? Scout. I think it's Jack. I can't remember. So I worked with physicality a lot because it was a good way to anchor myself in these different rings of the tree. As the story grows out, I know where that is physically in my body, and then I can switch more continually on set, and it'll be entirely up to the player to determine what order those things come out and what
When
they
we did
look
a cup,
like
I think
from
that was
distance, like if you're playing through
one of the
it.
very first scenes
the
that
culmination of all that
Connor
will
had
be
to play
their version
when
of Connor.
Lieutenant Hank was at the bar.
And I don't feel pain.
And you had the option to spill
you
the
don't
drink.
stand a chance against me.
Listen, asshole. If it was up to me, I'd throw the lot of you in a dumpster and light a match to it.
Shooting action scenes at Quantic Dream is a real challenge, because these are scenes where the storytelling has to continue. It's not an action scene just to have a dose of adrenaline. The stunts have huge consequences on the rest of the story. It's really a moment where we implicate the player and tell him that the choices he makes during an action scene will have a direct impact on the evolution of his story.
My biggest challenge on Detroit has been managing the large number of animations that we received from motion capture. Detroit features more than 37,000 animations, which is a huge amount to handle on a daily basis.
You have to realize that the player, in his first playthrough, will miss certain scenes. This also means that we had to think of, conceive, and produce all the potential story paths. The characters' costumes, the places, day or night, the weather. Did the character get shot in the shoulder? Did he get injured? All this consistency forced us to produce a lot of graphic assets in order to, quite simply, allow the player to have true continuity throughout the story.
Honestly, we were even surprised by the challenges that come with such a big tree structure, and we did our best to guarantee quality across all the game and make sure that whatever path you choose within this narrative space, you will have an equally good experience.
All right. The making of Detroit.
Detroit Become Human was produced over a period of 4 years. Here in Paris, we have a team of about 180 people, and to that, we need to add also all the outsourcing with our partners in the Philippines, in China, Vietnam, and in India.
So when we started working on this story, I had to imagine where Kara was built. And for whatever reason, the city of Detroit came very quickly to my mind because it had already an incredible story by itself of history and themes. So we traveled there with the team, and we were really moved by what we saw, and we could really feel the desire to fight and really be born again. And we just continued this curve, this growth, and just imagine what Detroit would be like if the android industry was, using these huge factories to build androids there.
A very strong element in Detroit is that there's a lot of industrial wasteland and a lot of nature too, and for us, the graphic designers, it was an incredible playground. The destroyed zones which we wanted to preserve, we appropriated them to turn into something else. Then in the areas that needed to be rebuilt, we were able to imagine our Detroit of the future. We didn't want to make a science fiction universe, but a world of anticipation. If we chose science fiction, we could have imagined flying cars, extraterrestrials, but those things are very far from our current everyday life.
Yeah.
Anticipation is more about gleaning from our contemporary reality, the one we know, because Detroit is set in 2038, and 2038 is tomorrow. The difficulty we had was sticking to reality. That is to say, technology becoming more and more invisible, a lot more elegant, and at the same time, making it visual. So all the computer equipment, autonomous cars, we simply had to invent. They are in fact very technological objects, but at the same time remain very credible and ingrained in reality. To create a cohesive universe in the fashion and clothing of the human characters in 2038, I didn't want to put an accent on strange shapes, or really vibrant colors, and things we wouldn't know. That I wanted to keep for the androids. The goal was to create something familiar which we can identify with in this future setting. Working on the artistic direction for the androids was a bit special because this is a project about the place they could occupy in the human world. It was out of the question for them to be too beautiful or too perfect. They had to correspond to every social class, rich and poor. Inspired by everyday utilitarian clothes, I brought a modern touch by adding dynamic display surfaces, the armband we can see on the side, the triangle on the front and back, an LED. Like that, there's no confusion.
Wait. You're sending an android?
All right, ma'am. We need to go.
You can't do that. Why aren't you sending a real person?
Once we cast the actors, we travel to meet them in order to scan their faces. We record the structure of their face with the scan. And we record the colors and patches of skin with photography. Once we have this information, we will use this as a basis for modeling and creating the characters. The artist will make it more realistic, but will also enrich it. He will propose ideas which we will develop together. Finally, we will have a character with character who corresponds to the project and the world. When the actors come to Quantic Dream, we show them the design, what their image will be, and what they will look like in the game. This extra information gives them another dimension and color to connect with emotionally. It helps them think about how to play their character.
Your mission. That's all you care about, huh?
You should consult a professional who can help you.
Beat it, you hear me? Get the hell out of here!
So there are 3 types of shoots at Quantic Dream. Shooting and performance capture, where you capture the whole actor, his voice, his face, and his body. These shoots are obviously done with American actors because the game's original version is in American English. After that, there are the body-only shoots, representing around 250 days of filming, while the performance capture is 100 days of filming. Now, body-only shoots, there are 2 types. There are the action shoots and the technical shoots, which are mokit shoots. Mokit is when the player controls a character on the screen, and he moves in an environment to explore it. This is of particular importance at Quantic Dream, and therefore we shoot a lot to offer a unique context for each scene and each character.
To prepare a motion capture shoot, we first get together to look at the sets we need, the animations that we want to shoot, which ones need to be grouped together, or which ones need to be cut and shot at another time, so that we get the most out of the shooting day. This often means shooting scenes out of order, especially those with big props or accessories, like a big car, for example. So we shoot all the animations related to that particular prop first. The biggest challenge for the mocap team was shooting a Spider-Man mo-kit. We had to build a wall and attach an actor to a harness with cables so we could pull him up and render him climbing.
The shooting on this game total took about, I would say, more than a year, maybe 1 and 2 years, with about 300 actors on set. So I would say it's quite a massive production. But so much happened on this set between the stunts and the shootings with a little girl and all these great actors that we had. It was really a very, very memorable journey for the team and for myself.
Today, Detroit has over 37,000 animations. When we retrieve the motion capture data, it's just a cloud of points, which represent all the markers worn by the actors. From this cloud of points, we have a phase called retargeting, which gives us a skeleton. This skeleton will be applied to the characters of the game. There is still work to be done, but this gives us the main movements. Since we are working on something very realistic, we must recognize the actor and also recover all the emotion he expresses in his performance. We use a system of facts, an identity card for each actor. We make the actor do a whole range of facial expressions. Then we recover all the expressions and paste the animations on a puppet that Jan has prepared. I then recover and refine these poses. I might stretch the lip, reinflate a cheek, tiny details that make the finished product really capture the actor.
Because of the nature of our mocap system today, when we receive the animations, we're missing eye movements, and so the character has that dead look. He really has no eyes, so then it's a big part of the work for the animators to find the regard of the actor in relation to his position, in relation to the body, etc.
It was crazy when I saw the newest model for Kara, because they've been working on it, and this was the first time I literally jumped in my seat. It not only looked so much like me, it was the fact that it looked so lifelike. It wasn't that it looked just like it was a camera, it was something else, you know, but it looked alive. It's exciting, and it's kind of terrifying.
Game after game, we learned the rules of optics and filming, and our goal with Detroit Become Human was to have cameras that would actually emulate the optics of a real physical camera. So basically dealing with real-world imperfections was our main task, and just to make cameras look as real as we can.
Once the animations are shot and processed by the animation department, integrated and polished, we film them. That is to say, we really do a mise en scène, as in cinema. The real difficulty of our job is to know if these cameras are telling us something. Are they in the emotion of the scene? Do they describe exactly what the action must convey, what must be felt? The most important challenge for me was one of the final scenes where Marcus decides to start the revolution and go to the battlefield. Very quickly, we imagined this to be a huge sequence shot. We wanted the feeling of a cameraman running behind us, while showing Marcus, the androids who help him, the person shooting at us, etc. Above all, it was necessary to say to oneself, this scene is very violent but does not glorify war. On the contrary, that war is something improbable and absurd. It was really a fun challenge.
The idea was to say we have 3 characters. We would like each of them to have a specific cinematography. We wanted Kara to be much more filmed with some kind of handheld camera, to have something very living, very breathing. For Connor, we wanted something very cold and very perfect. And for Marcus, we wanted something epic and spectacular. So it was about the filming, but it was also about the photography. So we worked with a director of photography to give each character a different lighting, different key colors. Each of them would have their own worlds. And finally, we worked with the composers, so they would create a specific sound for each character, so each would have his own world and his own style.
I really like how much effort we put into this game. It's all so, like, realistic. It's realistically terrifying, but the soundtrack of Detroit, I want to see this one.
Pour la bande originale du jeu, on a essayé d'être...
For the soundtrack of the game, we tried to be very close to what is done in film. We were constantly asking at each place in the game, why are we putting music here? What is it going to say? So we focused the music on bringing emotion, which is interactive, and supports the character's arc.
I'm sorry, honey. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know I love you, don't you? You know I love you.
We make games that are very narrative. We're really into interactive drama, so the soundtrack also had to go in that direction, supporting the three characters' very different stories. We really wanted three colors, three musical sound identities, and from there, having three composers made sense, since the story of Kara, Marcus, and Connor are all completely different.
You recognize him? It's Carlos Ortiz.
For Connor, we wanted a soundtrack that could be very cold and very mechanical, very machine-esque somehow. For Kara, we wanted a soundtrack that would be very moving and emotional. It was about the quest for identity, but it was also a journey about love and empathy. And for Marcus, we wanted something epic, something that would really represent the grand aspect of his quest. And we were very fortunate to find three incredibly talented composers, and working with them has been a dream, honestly.
Whoa.
My name's Philip Shepherd, and I'm a composer and a cellist and a producer. And today we're at Abbey Road Studio One, which is my favourite studio in the world. And today we're recording the soundtrack for Kara from Become Human. So when I compose a big project, I often travel just to kind of get out, and get some fresh air and some inspiration. And I go hiking and traveling in Montana a lot. I had a log fire in the room that I was staying in, and the flames were kind of making absolutely direct music. And it became the basis for Kara's theme, and it sounds something like this.
Oh, that's actually intense.
Now, over the top of that, I found a little theme that just seemed to fit over the top, which is taking Kara's name, Kara, and just using like a two-syllable motif, and it sounds like this.
We're going to pull through this, Alice. As long as we're together, nothing can hurt us.
And all the time that's fitting over. So it kind of works in lots of levels. And in fact, every single theme in the score has one of those elements built into it, and it becomes sort of the DNA of every single tune. For me, writing this theme for Kara, I actually had to tap into what it feels like to be a father to daughters. I really had to tap into everything I feel about my daughters and thinking, well, if I had to write music for them and that sense of trying to protect them but also give them the freedom, that's totally where it came from. Because each composer has been given the sort of narrative responsibility for very different characters, I haven't had to sort of go into other styles. I can actually be very loyal to this particular character and sort of hopefully encapsulate her. But it means also I've suddenly become very connected to this character. And if for some reason it goes to game over early, I'm going to be mortified, you know?
They're over there!
Starting a new project, for me personally, it's always finding the right tone, finding the right color, I like to call it. For me, it's finding that right texture that actually sits against picture really well. One of the biggest things is I created custom instruments for Connor. I pulled out all my vintage synthesizers to be able to capture this robotic person, if you will. My approach to all of these custom instruments is that I hear the sound in my head. And either I could just come into the piano and just be like, all right, so I'm going to just get on the computer and just create it. I rather be able to play these instruments physically.
Oh, that's nice. You can do that.
As soon as you see Connor the first time, there is a really interesting thematic idea that you hear, and that's just made out of a Moog synthesizer, but completely manipulated in multiple ways. And it's robotic. It has a little bit of an emotional to it. He's on his mission, so you feel that as well. So it just kind of gives you that cold, motionless, with a mission in hand that you kind of feel throughout the whole thing. Because the music evolved, one of the things that I was very weary and I was very kind of focused on was the way that the music has to evolve. So my idea behind it was that Connor is a singular android that could at any point become a deviant or could actually stay as an android. So I created a more or less an Connor theme, and then I was able to just manipulate it in different aspects of it.
Is everything okay, Lieutenant?
Chris was on patrol last night. He was attacked by a bunch of deviants.
I'm a human being writing for a robot, and throughout Connor's journey, he meets someone, he meets a partner. So how do you deal with a robot feeling? And I've met a partner that I'm gonna work with, or all of a sudden he sees a dead body. Does this robot have an imagination? Does this robot have a feeling? And if yes, how do you translate that into non-emotional music? So it basically at any point I was just like, I can't do this, and then I just do it.
Property was damaged and fires continue to rage in several major districts across the city.
Some people are asking, have androids become a threat to our security?
When I first started really digging in on Marcus, the one thing that I really tried to capture was the transformation process. You know, Marcus is this android that evolves over the course of the game and really goes from kind of figuring out that he's more than just an android. You know, he's starting to develop kind of a human soul in a way.
Try to imagine something that doesn't exist, something you've never seen. Now concentrate on how it makes you feel and let your hand drift across the canvas.
The other side of Marcus that I really latched onto was that he almost became a savior for a lot of the other androids in the game. So when I started developing the theme for Marcus, I really made it like a church hymn. I wanted it to be very simple. I wanted to make it a chordal melody. I really wanted to make it almost like a Bach hymn. The tough thing with that is it had to be recognizable. If I made it too complex from a harmonic standpoint, it would be hard, I think, for people to kind of pick it out and recognize it. It's very acoustic derived, but it's also been treated with a lot of effects and things to kind of put it into the space that I felt the sound should be in. It can be beautiful, it can be haunting, it can be extremely powerful from an action standpoint, and I'm really happy with the way it turned out. The music is there, but it's subliminal and it's emotional, and people are feeling it, and it's not distracting. And that's tricky with a game like this, where you have to have a lot of ins and outs like that, where the music kind of has to get in and out of these moments.
This is a war we're fighting with the humans. If we fail, they'll destroy us.
I think the game's been put together so well where I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't ruining the emotion.
Whoa. Okay, that kind of gave me chills for a second.
I gotta be honest, when we first started on this path, I said, oh man, this could be pretty messy, you know? I mean, it could feel disconnected, and But I mean, it's amazing how they really guided us and got us to really kind of all be in the same world, but at the same time feeling completely different. So it's really going to stand out and kind of be one of those games where people are really going to notice the music and kind of how it was crafted, and you know, and all the hard work that went into being able to pull it off in a graceful way.
So I think that's where we're going to wrap it up today. I know there's 4 Detroit shorts, but I don't really think there's that much else to discover besides like going back through the flowchart and whatnot. But yeah, I'd like to. Honestly, we can't do continue. We can go through the chapters. Well, I will see you next time. And I'll probably be broadcasting Stray next.